Welcome to workshop number 3, based on A Course in Miracles. This one's called Healing and Forgiveness. So I'll begin with a brief explanation about forgiveness as this book explains it, not as the world teaches, but a different kind of forgiveness that offers full release from the past and all your pain and suffering that we replay in our mind over and over again when things have traumatized us or hurt us in any way. Even small irritations can be let go of through this true form of forgiveness. We've been doing it all wrong all our lives, thinking we knew what it was, but we don't. So I'll begin with that, and then we'll conclude with the hypnosis session to help free your mind and heal it and bring the truth of forgiveness home so that you can let everything go and be at peace. So let's begin. I'll start with the explanation on forgiveness. So we all love stories about superheroes, people who come to save the world. We love those stories because deep down we wish that was true about ourselves. But the truth is, it is true about ourselves. It's time to learn who we are and what our superhero power is. But before I can tell you what it is, I need to explain to you what we're doing. We began with workshop 1, and that was about watching our thoughts and making sure that we weren't asking the world for anything. We were trying to give instead of ask or take, always extending love. The second workshop had to do with love and realizing we're all interconnected by one love. What is this process then that we're trying to grasp, we're trying to practice on a daily basis, this process of inner peace? What does it take to have consistent inner peace? Well, there's a word for it. It's called forgiveness. If thoughts of guilt and separation from God are the reason we got into this mess to begin with, then the remedy must be the complete opposite. We must have thoughts of love and forgiveness. In truth, we are all innocent of any wrongdoing because this world is an illusion made by our ego, and nothing made by our ego is real because nothing made by the ego is eternal. That will always be your test for what is true and what is false in this world. If you can take it with you when you die, it's real. So you can't take your money with you, you can't take your house, you can't take your body. You can take nothing from this physical world into heaven when you die because it's not eternal. The two realms, this realm and the realm of heaven, are not compatible. They can't interchange, they cannot mix. The eternal can come to us, but we can't bring anything physical to it. Why can't you take your money with you? Because God doesn't want it. He doesn't want your money. He doesn't want your body. He wants the only part of you that's real. And that's your soul, and your soul is love. So everything around us isn't real, doesn't come with us. And the only way to fix what isn't real is to forgive it, because it's a mistake. We didn't mean to make a world of suffering and death and fear and guilt. We didn't know that would happen when we tried to do things on our own. We forgot what would happen, or never knew what would happen if we tried to separate our will from God's. So, as I explained, A Course in Miracles explains forgiveness and teaches forgiveness completely opposite the way the ego does. The ego teaches that wrongs most certainly take place, but out of our kindness and effort to be the better person, we forgive the other person. This doesn't erase the wrongdoing. It's not undone. We're still upset, usually, or we may even honestly try to forget about it, but it remains a wrongdoing nonetheless. In other words, the person or people that we find at fault remain guilty, but we decide to move on, or we say we have. This is the way the ego teaches us to forgive. Forgive but never forget. This is not the forgiveness that the Holy Spirit teaches. The forgiveness the ego offers is emotional charity at best and emotional prison at worst. The individuals we find at fault remained held hostage to the guilt we have projected upon them. The Holy Spirit's definition of forgiveness is the complete opposite of this. The Holy Spirit goes so far as to say, no wrong was ever committed to begin with. To forgive, as the Holy Spirit teaches, brings you total and complete peace because it is emancipation from the past. It is to still your thoughts about all past thoughts and experiences you've ever held about the world, and you accept peace in their place. It is to stop thinking about everything outside yourself and to let it go as though it never happened, because it didn't. Remember, this world isn't real. Only what is eternal is real, and nothing we see with our eyes or do with our bodies is real. The peace of forgiveness is the doorway through which miracles walk. You may well wonder now how forgiveness on this level is possible given all the things that have happened to us. Is it possible to forgive everything in this way? Everything that has ever happened in our lives? As though it never happened? Well, it is possible because God is with you. And in reality, the true reality, our eternal reality that we've forgotten, we live and move in Him. To forgive is to remember that this and nothing else is true. He is our life, and we have no other life but His. We have not become God of ourselves, making a world where there is any other state but a state of peace. Yet we have imagined we have done this, and we have forgotten that God loves us and that we love Him. Therein lies the restoration of our peace and the ability to set aside this world and all its problems. Through forgiving this world, we embark on the path toward our real home. It awaits us now. What are we waiting for? What in this world could possibly be better than the eternal peace and joy that God offers? Our holy instant of release stands before us every time we feel discomfort and are offered yet again another choice for peace and joy instead of conflict and pain. Forgive yourself for coming into this dream to begin with. God has never condemned us for entering into a world of separation, and if God has not condemned us, then neither should we condemn ourselves. Know that it is only our unloving thoughts that are holding us here. Such a thin veil stands between us and heaven. To undo this mistake, this sin, we must forgive the guilt of separation and all the problems that it brings. And everything you see outside yourself is a product of the guilt of separation. Remember, we are one love, which is what created us. Through remembering that this and this alone is true, we seek and find the peace of God. It shines within us like a beacon in the dark clouds of our ego thoughts, which is what we will go through and let go of when we do our hypnosis session next here in a minute. It is through remembering to use our superhero power of forgiveness. That's our superhero power. That is our power of release from this place. It is through that superpower, that forgiveness, the power of forgiveness, that we heal the world and ourselves. So forgive all that you see and undo the choice for separation. Choose to see yourself as united in one love shared with everyone else, and watch miracles happen in your life. Be a superhero. Be a miracle worker. Okay, I think I did a good job of keeping that very brief because there's seriously 14 typed pages and I only went through the first 3. I could talk for a good hour on that topic and give you all kinds of examples and interesting quotes from A Course in Miracles, but we're going to skip ahead now to the hypnosis script. That's just the overall explanation of forgiveness is all I wanted to give. So if you don't already have headphones in, put them in, as we don't want any outside distractions. We want you to get comfortable, and let's begin our half-hour forgiveness hypnosis session. All right, here we go. Close your eyes and get comfortable. We will begin with a simple breathing exercise intended to help you relax and bring your mind into the present moment, focusing only on the here and now. We will breathe in now to the count of 3. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3. Hold for 1, 2, 3. And exhale now, 1, 2, 3. Breathe in again, 1, 2, 3. Hold, 1, 2, 3. And slowly exhale now, 1, 2, 3. One last time. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3. Hold, 1, 2, 3. And slowly exhale, 1, 2, 3. Very good. Now we have begun the relaxation process. I want you to notice how you feel a sense of privacy and comfort as you allow the sound of my voice to soothe your mind and body while I speak slowly and softly. Your body is becoming very relaxed, and you feel as though everything about you is slowing down. With each word I speak, you are feeling more and more relaxed. You are moving into a state of total peace. Moment by moment, breath by breath, your mind is becoming clear, calm, and quiet. As your mind clears, you relax more deeply as I continue to speak. At this time, I want you to notice that you are lying in a comfortable chair in the middle of a peaceful forest. The sun is shining through the treetops, and you see shafts of golden light pouring down through the canopy like heavenly beams of light. It has just rained, and the air smells fresh and clean and inviting. Everything appears crisp and new. You can hear the leaves above you gently rustling in a soft breeze as they play against the clear blue sky. Birds are quietly chirping, and there is the faint gurgling sound of a small stream nearby. You feel completely safe and at ease here. Next, I want you to see that a shaft of light is shining directly onto your body. Notice how the warmth of the golden sun feels on your skin. Feel its gentle touch on your head, allowing you to let go of any excess tension in your scalp. All your thoughts seem to quiet down now as you concentrate your attention on the sun's warmth melting down from the top of your head, spreading down your face, your cheeks, your ears, and around your jaw. Your whole face feels warm with its radiant light. The sun's gentle warmth now caresses your neck and warms your throat, allowing you to relax even deeper. It feels as though hundreds of tiny fingers of light are massaging your shoulders and upper back as you relax. Waves of warmth and relaxation cascade down, down, down your arms and out through your fingers. Take a deep breath now and slowly exhale, becoming aware of this relaxing feeling traveling slowly down, filling your chest. Now a feeling of deep peace and tranquility fills your entire stomach area. Next, mentally scan your hips and upper legs and let any anxiety and tension there be gently washed away by this stream of light. Become aware of it washing down your legs in a beautiful glow of golden light. The light is flooding your body now, and you feel so relaxed. Even your feet and toes feel warm and comfortable. You are totally warm and comfortable now. Very good. Now that your body feels relaxed and your mind is able to focus perfectly, you notice that there is a path of large flat stepping stones beside you. They seem to lead toward the happy sound of the little bubbling stream. The path of large flat stones looks interesting and pleasant. You decide to get up and follow them to see where they go. You realize that in addition to hearing the gentle stream, you also hear the faint sound of a waterfall in the distance. You would like to visit that waterfall. The stone path appears simple to navigate and enjoyable. It runs alongside the lovely little stream and is not strenuous at all. There is lush green grass surrounding each flat stone, and the stones themselves feel smooth against your bare feet and slightly warm from the sun. You begin to walk along this easy, gentle path, with the soft breeze caressing your face, carrying the scent of fresh, damp earth and spring flowers on it. You feel the warm sunshine on your shoulders as shafts of light pierce the canopy of trees above you, and you hear the serene sound of the waterfall grow closer and closer as you make your way towards it. You are walking in a relaxed and easy way. Everything around you looks enchanting, peaceful, and comfortable as you move along this relaxing path. The farther down the path you go, the more relaxed you feel. You feel so good walking down this path. You are comfortable and safe, traveling in the peaceful serenity and beauty of this place. You know you are going somewhere really, really good. As you get closer to the sound of the waterfall, a high cliff slowly comes into view. You make your way around a corner and step out of the trees. There it is, in front of you, a tremendous rushing waterfall cascading with graceful beauty down into a deep blue pool of water at your feet. This is your waterfall, the sentinel who guards your inner world. You are at home here and are familiar with this place. It is the doorway to your true home, your sacred inner space. You are safe and at peace, here and now, under the watch care of your magnificent waterfall. You continue to follow the path around the pool and approach the waterfall. You notice the path leads directly behind it. You look closer. Instead of seeing solid rock or a cave, you can see light just behind the curtain of water. You decide to continue to follow the stone path behind the waterfall to see where it leads. And there, behind the waterfall, you see an opening to another world. You are standing on a cliff, and everything below you is shrouded in clouds and mist. You notice that there is a staircase of clouds descending downward. In a moment, you will travel safely down one cloud at a time, descending deeper into the depths of your inner mind. By the time you reach the 10th cloud, you will have arrived at your most sacred inner space. We will begin the process of descent now. 1. You quietly step down onto the first cloud safely and without fear. It easily supports your full weight. You may stand, sit, or lie on it in any way you feel comfortable as it begins to gently drift down towards the next cloud below it. 2. You gently feel yourself drift down to the next cloud and move onto it in the fashion that feels most comfortable to you. It feels soft and safe as you gently descend further. 3. Deeper down now as you drift on to the next cloud. 4. moving down now, quietly drifting deeper down into your subconscious. 5, drifting down to the next cloud and moving on to it. Farther down, farther inward. 6, still gently floating down. You slide down, down to the next cloud. 7, peacefully now. You come to the next cloud and drift further downward. 8, these clouds are yours, and you feel so comfortable riding each one downward. 9, you're near the bottom now. The grassy ground is coming into view. 10, you're just a couple feet off the ground now, and this last cloud brings you safely and gently down to the grass, where you stand in peaceful silence. You see nothing but a fog all around you. This does not distress you. We will begin moving through it in a moment. For now, you are safe and calm. Take a deep breath in and slowly let it out. Good. You are now standing in the sacred inner space that lies deep within yourself. It is this space that your holy light resides. You have only to move through the fog to find it. The fog represents everything your ego resists to seeing, hearing, and knowing the light within you, and so we must move past it. The fog is produced by the barriers you are holding against knowing total love, true peace, and complete forgiveness. It blocks your inner eyes from seeing, so we must move past all that causes you fear, pain, and guilt in order to know and experience your light within. You cannot see with this dark fog around you, for darkness and light cannot coexist, just as the physical and eternal cannot coexist. You must decide you want one or the other. What you decide is what you will see. You are about to decide to see only light by moving past all dark thoughts that hurt. So now, I want you to allow any thoughts to come up that cause you discomfort. If you have a fearful thought, simply see it as it presents itself and move forward through the fog and past it. Just let it drift by as you continue forward. Continue this process. Continue to do the same with every thought of pain, anxiety, depression, loneliness, loss, or disappointment that you can think of. Perhaps you feel let down by something or someone. Maybe you feel inadequate, unloved, or unworthy of happiness. None of this is real. None of these feelings are true about you. Just silently watch as these negative feelings and situations simply float right on by you as you forge ahead through the mist and fog. It parts easily in front of you as you move along. This is a process of letting go. You must move past all these barriers you hold against forgiveness in order to join with your inner light, the presence of God. You are currently deciding to heal the pain your idea of separation from Him has caused by accepting His peace. He has judged you to be perfect and innocent of all wrongdoing. You are a part of Him, and He is very holy. Therefore, you are also very holy. This holiness is what heals you of all other thoughts about yourself. Simply move past all painful thoughts that arise before you in the mist. Just let them float past you. Very good. You are clearing away all that your bodily eyes have ever shown you. Now the light can come to you. You are healed, and you can heal. You are saved from all illusions about yourself, and you are at peace with the world. You bring this peace with you wherever you go. Darkness and turmoil and death have disappeared. This is the happy ending to your long dream of disaster. There are no dark dreams now. Now the time of light begins for you. Everything outside of you has been forgiven, and so everything within you can be at peace. It is a new era in your life in which a new world for you is born. The old one has left no trace upon you in its passing. You offer thanks for the passing of your old life and the beginning of the new. No shadows from the past remain to darken your sight and hide the world forgiveness offers you. You accept the new world of peace and forgiveness as the only one you want to see. You will be given what you desire. You will see the light both within and without because you are now asking for it to come. You are devoted to looking at the world that your forgiveness of it offers. This is what you want to see, and only this. Your single purpose makes your goal inevitable. The real world will rise before you in gladness to be seen at last. Sight is now given you because you have asked for the light to come. You no longer want to see the ego's shadow on the world. Instead, you will use the light within you to allow heaven's reflection to lie across the world. You will see the world through the light of heaven because you have forgiven the world. This removes the ego from your vision and replaces it with the light. Do not dwell on your past any longer. Keep a completely open mind, washed clean of all past ideas and every past concept you have made for yourself or others. You have forgiven the world. You can look upon it now as if you never saw it before. You do not know yet what this new heavenly world will look like, but you will allow it to be shown to you. Forgiveness entitles you to this holy vision. Understand that the Holy Spirit never fails to give the gift of sight to the forgiving. Know that He will not fail you now. You have forgiven the world. He will be with you now as you continue to watch for the light as you move forward. He will show you what true vision sees. He will be there. You have forgiven the world and made room for the light to come. You know you cannot fail because you trust Him. You move forward with certainty to look upon the world He promised you. From this time forth, you will see differently, and you will see the world that has been promised you since time began, and in which is the end of time ensured. Rejoice now in the power of forgiveness, the forgiveness to heal your sight and mind completely. Be confident there is a new beginning taking place in your life. Without the darkness of the past upon your eyes, you cannot fail to see things in the light of the present moment. And what you see will be so welcome that you will gladly extend this vision into forever. Now you are healed. Now that your mind is clear of the illusions of the world, we are going to attempt to reach that light. This process can be particularly difficult for the undisciplined mind, as the conscious mind tends to set up barriers to seeing this light. However, you are wholly conscious of these barriers now and have let them all go. So this process will be very easy for you. We are going to find your real thoughts, the thoughts you think with God. Currently, every thought you hold is somehow related to the world outside of you. The world outside of you is an illusion, and therefore all thoughts you have about it are an illusion as well. These thoughts are not about anything real, and so the thoughts themselves are not real. You have forgotten your real thoughts, the ones you think with God. Since God is within you, His thoughts must be somewhere within you as well. You think you use your own mind alone when you think, but in actuality, you are using the power of God's love to think. You currently use that power only to think about illusion. You are going to shift that power now to think your first real thought. Nothing that you currently think or see resembles your real thoughts with God in any respect. So where, then, are your real thoughts? Now you are going to attempt to reach them. You will have to look for them here in your mind because that is where they are. They must still be there, even though you have forgotten them, because God has never left you. He is still there because you still exist. Therefore, his thoughts are still there as well. In order to find your real thoughts, we will continue to move past all thoughts that are unreal. Your unreal thoughts are anything that has to do with the world outside of you. You've just moved past these thoughts, so you will not let the thoughts of the world hold you back from your goal of finding the truth. It may seem impossible to let go of every thought you hold about the world, but God would have you remember his thoughts, and what he wills shall be done. You join with God in his will now. You would like very much to have your real thoughts returned to you. You cannot fail in this task because God is with you. There is every reason to believe you will succeed at this. It is the will of God. Now, continue to move through the fog past all unreal thoughts about the world that cover the truth in your mind, and reach toward the eternal light within you. Under all these senseless thoughts and mad ideas with which you have cluttered up your mind are the thoughts you had with God before time began. They remain there now, completely unchanged. These thoughts will always be in your mind, exactly as they were. They are changeless thoughts because they are only about what is eternal. What is forever so does not change. So you continue moving toward the deep inner place where your mind is joined with the mind of God, not your ego. This is the sacred place where your thoughts are one with his. There is only one thing you need to do in order to accomplish this. Approach it as you would an altar dedicated in heaven to God the Father and to God the Son. For such is the holy place you are trying to reach. You do not realize yet how deep we are trying to go. I will remind you that this is no idle game, but an exercise in holiness and an attempt to reach the kingdom of heaven. It is important to understand the holiness of the mind that thinks with God. Have full appreciation for the holiness of your mind that thinks with God's mind. Stand aside, however briefly, from all thoughts that are unworthy of him whose host you are, and thank him for the thoughts he is thinking with you. You're doing very good. You are aware of how deeply relaxed and comfortable you feel as you let everything go. You get the feeling that you are approaching a great light. It is formless and without limit, all-encompassing and healing. And now you see this light reaching for you, encompassing you, bringing you safely home at last. Rest here now, basking in the silence and peace of the light as it envelops you. You are now encased within the love of your Creator, who loves you without judgment or condemnation. I ask you to simply be with your Creator now. Allow him to reveal to you what he wishes you to know. You may hear words, see visions, or simply remain in the peaceful silence of his all-encompassing love. Allow yourself to just be. There is nothing you have to do or say in this holy moment. Your experience will be whatever your oneness with him brings, whatever you are ready for, whatever you are able to accept at this time. I would like you to take a moment now and pause this hypnosis session on your device to enjoy the healing time this time with your Creator brings. And when you are ready, you can hit the play button and resume your hypnosis session. All right. Very good. What I would like you to do next is take special note of how good you feel. You will remember this state of peace and happiness even after you awaken from this meditation. This is a feeling and a place you carry within you always, and it can never be lost, destroyed, or taken away from you. It is an eternal place, and this is where your real world, your real self, and God abide. Whenever the world outside of you becomes more real than your inner world, whenever it begins to frighten you or cause you to lose your peace, you will remember this eternal place. Your mind will immediately return to this loving, safe, and most sacred space. All you have to do to return is become present and be willing to let the world and all its problems outside of you go. Release all of it into the mists of uncertainty and move past them into the safety and comfort of the circle of light within you. This place is your home. You are forever safe within the circle of light. Know that doing this is no idle wish or figment of your imagination. You will be truly joining with the divine creator who is your source of life. Now, without losing any of the peace and happiness you are feeling right now, we will begin the reawakening process. You will clearly and vividly remember everything you experienced, heard, or felt during your time within. You will awaken as I count up to 5. When I reach the number 5, you will become fully alert and wide awake. 1. You are beginning to feel more awake. You feel the weight of your body, your feet, your legs, your arms, your torso, and your head. 2. Now you are becoming more aware of your surroundings, feeling satisfied, safe, and comfortable. 3. You are looking forward to the profound positive results from this deeply healing hypnosis session. 4. Feeling absolutely happy and wonderful and more awake. 5. Now you are wide awake and fully alert. Open your eyes and be present. Well, welcome back, and thank you for sharing in this hypnosis session with me. I hope it brings you a life of healing and peace as you practice true forgiveness, forgiving as though there was no past that ever existed. It sounds impossible, but it's as simple as moving into the present moment and realizing that only that moment in time is what's real. The past is gone. The future isn't here. Take a deep breath, move into that circle of light within you, and step back from this world, this ego-made world, and back into the realm of what is eternal. And I thank you again, and I look forward to our hypnosis session number 5. Nope, sorry, it'll be number 4. And if you'd like to check out my Facebook page, I'm at Beth Geer -author on Facebook. And I also have a website, awakeningtoonelove.com, and it's awakening, the number 2, and then onelove.com. I also have a project of daily inspiration cards that I've designed with my partner, Kenneth Laugen from Norway, and there's a link to his website on mine, and you can check out his art and a few of the sample cards. And I think that's about it. Be blessed. Live in peace and light. Have a good day.